Hey friends, welcome to day 4 of this week's Bellringer. This is another open response math problem. And what I mean by open response is that it is a math problem with several parts and no multiple choice, so no answers to choose from. And for an open response question, you're being graded more on your ability to show your thinking than you are on the correct answer. So we're going to go ahead and work the problem, and then I'm going to show you an example of another student's work. Your assignment for your Bellringer is to work the problem yourself. In addition to that, I want you to make a list of 3 things you think this student did well when she answered the question. A class of 25 students is going on a field trip. The bus for the field trip will cost a total of $125, and each student will pay the same amount for the bus. Part A. What is the cost of the bus for each student? Show your work or explain how you got your answer. So since the bus for the field trip is going to cost a total of $125, we're going to divide that by the 25 people going on the field trip. And our answer, N, is going to represent the amount of money that each child will have to pay. Now this I can do in 2 steps, and it's going to be easier for me to break it up and work it horizontally from side to side than it would be for me to set up the problem like this. Since these are nice easy numbers to work with, like 25, that just makes me think of quarters, 4 quarters and $1. It's just going to be easier for me to do it that way. So I'm going to start by taking 100 divided by 25, which I know is 4. So that means if you take 100 out of this $125, divide it by the 25 kids going on the field trip, each child is going to have to pay $4 so far. That still leaves $25 left to divide amongst the 25 students, which works out to $1 additional per student. That's a total of $5 per student. Okay, so remember I said that for these open response questions, you're being graded more on your ability to show your thinking than you are on getting the right answer. Okay, let's go ahead and look at part B. All right, there's a little intro that goes with it. On the field trip, students can purchase a lunch for $2.75, a bottle of water for 69 cents, a snack for $1.25, and a t-shirt for $12.50. What is the total cost of 1 lunch, 1 bottle of water, 1 snack, and 1 t-shirt? Show your work or explain how you got your answer. So remember, for these open response questions, when you show your work, you're allowed to use pictures, numbers, or words. It really just depends on what is easiest for you. So let me go ahead and write my equation first. So I'm going to add the cost of the lunch. Whoops, I copied the number wrong. Let's not do that. That'll mess me all up. The cost of the lunch plus the cost of the water bottle plus the cost of the snack plus the cost of the t-shirt. And the total is going to represent the amount of money that would be charged to that one student. Now, I've seen a lot of kids will add up numbers like this. I'm not saying you can't stack up these 4 amounts and add them all at once, but I am saying I would think you'd be more likely to make a mistake that way. For me, it's easier to do 2 at a time. So I'm going to start with my biggest amount first, which is $12.50, and add my second biggest amount, which is $2.75. Okay, take that partial sum or partial answer, cross it off as I add it, Let's do plus 125. Okay. And then last but not least, I'm going to add my 69 cents. Okay, $17.19 is what I'm getting. Now, if you work it out this way, that's a perfectly okay way to show your thinking. If you are the kind of person who likes to do your math in your head or mentally, you're going to have to find some way to represent how you did it. Let's go ahead and work on part C, and then we'll look at the student work on the next slide. Harold is going on a field trip, and he wants to buy a snack and a t-shirt. He has a total of $13.10. Does he have enough money to buy the snack and the t-shirt? Show your work or explain how you got your answer. Okay, so we're going to take his $13. There's lots of different ways you could do this, but I'm going to do it using two subtraction problems. I'm going to take his $13.10 and subtract the cost of the t-shirt first, which is $12.50. Okay, got to borrow. All right, he's got 60 cents left. So does he have enough for the snack, which costs $1.25? I don't even have to do the subtraction. I can just compare. I don't even have to do the subtraction. I can just compare and see that the 60 cents is not going to be enough. He has 60 cents left after buying the t-shirt. So, no, he doesn't have enough. Okay, now what I want you to do is take a question when we get to the student work part of it. This child's work, this is some random kid in Massachusetts. I have no idea if it's a boy, a girl, a good student, a not so good student. I have no idea. I want you to take a look at this child's work and tell me what you think the child did well and what you think the child could have done better. So I'm going to make like a T-chart for you to fill out. Positive comments, things she did well, or he. And not so awesome. Is there anything that you would improve upon or anything that you think she could have done better? And that's it for your bell ringer today.